Hi, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I just wanted to stop by and drop a few words on wellness. As a wellness advocate, I am sometimes asked about what exactly that entails for me and for other people. And so I just wanted to stop by and just, let people know what wellness is and what some of the main components of wellness consist of. Wellness is a deliberate act. So that means that it's something that we have to choose. We have to choose it over and over again, and we have to choose it above many other things in our lives. Sometimes that even includes comfort if you've gotten into a space where your comfort has overridden your wellness, maybe when it comes to your food or your physical activity or something like that. And wellness does include physical wellness, but that's not the only component of wellness, and I'll go over that in a little bit. But wellness also, it's a quality. It's this state of being that you reside in, and so you want that state to always be one that you can exist in, but that also propels you forward toward things that you desire, and that will, in regards to your body, it will result in a healthy body, and in regards to your mind, it will, the results will be a healthy mind and mental state. So also, wellness, it's not a destination. It's not, you get to wellness and then, like a destination like going to Hawaii or Fiji or the Caribbean or something. You know what I mean? It's not somewhere that you arrive in and then you're done, right? Like I said, it's a deliberate, this is a deliberate thing, and it's something that you work toward always. It's a lifestyle, right? So with your deliberate effort, wellness is also, it's achieved through a series of little steps, right? So, Brandy with Brandy Jackson Wellness, she uses this snowball effect, right, where you make one change, you get really comfortable with that. You make another change, and then it snowballs into something bigger. And then before you know it, you've reached this goal that at one time may have seemed really big, like an avalanche, right? So the snowball effect, you can achieve it through little steps, and you move toward your optimal wellness. Wellness also refers to a level of complete balance and satisfaction in your overall life. So you really want to look at that and find out exactly what that overall balance may look like. Sometimes you have to move things around, sometimes you have to try things, but overall you want a really good life balance, and that will be a really good state of wellness. And the reason for that is because, like I said, you are responsible for it. It's a deliberate set of actions. It's small steps, but you're ultimately responsible for making all of those necessary movements. Only you can gauge how you feel in certain situations, and in your own body, and in just every step of your life. Only you know exactly how that feels for you. And so any kind of movement or improvements that you need to do in order to avoid feeling any feelings of oppression or depression or repression or anything like that, you want to go ahead and make those steps. And so some of the main components of wellness, definitely physical wellness, whether or not you're getting enough water and minerals and nutrients, sunshine, exercise, sleep, all those different things, are a part of your physical wellness. But other aspects of wellness that you really want to look into in your life are emotional wellness. Emotional wellness is really important, especially for those in traumatized communities. If you're not really familiar with your emotions, or you've done a lot of numbing, or or something like that, you might want to explore charts, like emotion charts, so that you can begin pinpointing those emotions. If you can identify them and name them for yourself, then you can begin the work of altering them. So if you feel that you're feeling anxious, or you're feeling fearful, or you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling, anything that you might want to change, and then also knowing some of those positive emotions that you might want to find yourself moving toward. Once you begin to be more familiar with emotions, and you can start to change those states. So emotional wellness is really important, in that is mainly your attitudes, your feelings, your different moods, how optimistic you are about life, your self-esteem, it's your level of trust. It's, a lot of different things. So emotional wellness is really, really important to us as humans. I'm sure animals and plants probably need a deal of emotional wellness, but I'm going to focus on us for now. Um, Intellectual wellness is also important. People don't think about that often, but challenging your mind often is actually really important for humans, especially I think it's after age 35. We begin to lose brain capacity unless we intentionally challenge our brains. So sometimes that might include taking a different route home. That could, be playing games, different challenging like mental mind games, board games, Sudoku, and, crossword puzzles or, things like that. But having a genuine desire to learn will really fulfill that intellectual wellness aspect. Things that build your memory, that strengthen your memory, strengthen your concentration, your focus, and your ability to think. Because you'll miss that when it's gone, when you're in later age. So intellectual wellness, really important. Interpersonal wellness, having satisfying and supportive relationships and friendships in your life. Those are really important, because we're humans and we're social creatures. And so, learning how to have good interpersonal wellness, how to interact with other people, and to get that balance back into your life. Human connections and bondings, it's very, very natural. It's something that it's really important to us to be able to know that there are people who will be honest with us, people that we can trust, so interpersonal wellness is another really strong component of wellness that you want to bring some type of balance to in your life, wherever it is that lies for you. Spiritual wellness. Is that's an area that I work in, and spiritual wellness is really important because your guiding beliefs lie within that space. Your morals, all of your principles. Some people who may go to church or practice some type of religion, this is usually where that lies for them. But just feeling gratitude and knowing what gratitude feels like, and also having balance and harmony in your life, or being able to recognize it and obtain it. Also mindfulness. So really having some really good grounded spiritual wellness. If you haven't experienced it or you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it, because if you have a good, solid, grounded space that you are familiar with, that you can return to, then sometimes when life feels like it's getting out of control, you always know where your center is. You always know how to ground yourself, and then how to readjust or how to reapproach the world after you've grounded yourself. So knowing that state is accessible to you is really important to your spiritual wellness. Environmental wellness is also really important, because if you don't like your environment, if you feel very uncomfortable or unsafe in your environment, that might be a space where optimal wellness might not be available to you, or it might not feel like it's available to you. So controlling your environment, or feeling like you have some level of control in your environment, is really important. Also, in regards to the environment. Like, I live in an urban area, so reducing your toxic load is something that's really important. That's something that I really focus on with Bijou Organics, and trying to ensure that there are mechanisms in place for people to detoxify their body, encouraging them to detoxify their body, and also protect their body and strengthen it, so that when you do come into contact with things that might not be so great for you, or might contain a high toxic load, that you know how to avoid it, and then also how to kind of purge those things from your system. So just your general livability in your surroundings is really important, when it comes to your environment. So not exposing yourself to too many toxins, and then if you are, making a practice of regularly detoxifying yourself, and just staying clear of many environmental hazards. taking some type of responsibility for nature as it is, so that we can all enjoy nature, so that we can grow food, so that we can grow medicines, so that we can drink the water. The earth is a very abundant place, but if we are not diligent in regards to our environmental wellness, we will all suffer for that. So taking part in environmental wellness, your own personal space, but then also the greater space, the entire planet, is really important. It's important to you, but it's important to all the rest of us too. I encourage the inner environmentalist in all of us to let your flag fly. And then the last thing is the last component that I want to talk about today is financial wellness, because financial wellness, finances stress people out. I think one of the biggest causes for divorce is finances. So get your money right. Living within your means, or expanding your means, or changing your perspective around money so that it's not a stressful or an anxiety-inducing thing. Saving. Getting things together so that you can be able to save money for a rainy day, and reducing your consumption. Sometimes we have unhealthy relationships with finances, and some people, even if they have enough, they feel like they need more. So, so really kind of checking in on that for yourself, and making sure that you are not, just kind of consuming and buying things that you don't really need in order to fill some other emotional need. And that's why financial wellness is really important. So managing your finances, kind of reducing the stress around that, figuring out what's really important to you and what you really, how much money it is that you really need in order to survive, and deciding on what you want to spend those things on, for maybe your physical wellness, for your emotional wellness, maybe, all those other different components of wellness that we talked about. But financial wellness is definitely something that people, that you guys want to look at, just evaluate it, make a budget, and then, kind of scrutinize it and see, are all the things that are on your budget, are they all necessary, and maybe, just as you're experimenting, eliminate certain things and see how that feels. Maybe, maybe you've thought, because of input from other people or from society or from friends or family, that you need to have certain things in your budget, and perhaps you don't really care about it. So that's my perspective on wellness. Again, a deliberate set of acts, a consistent set of acts, it's a destination. It's not a journey. It's something that we choose. It's a place that we choose to journey to in our lives, and it's a long-term journey, and it's worth it. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope that you let go of plenty of things that were not serving you well during the new moon in Scorpio, and you should join us. I'll put a link in this video at the Goddess Commune on June 21st, the Summer Solstice. We'll be having an all-day workshop on walking in the Sankofa Principle, and I'll be presenting on botanical beauty from an ancestral perspective, in regards to how ancestors cleaned their bodies, took care of themselves, and practiced ancient beauty practices. So I'll drop a link for that. If you have any questions, any concerns, or anything like that, anything you want me to maybe talk about, let me know in the comments, or send me a private message if you need to. I hope you guys are well, and again, I'll talk to you later. Bye.